there too.
You don't have to.
I would say that I don't know. There's a somewhat little-known actor, and no pun intended there, but his name is actually Donnie DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
No, actually, there's no relation here. There's mere coincidence. I've never worked with Danny DeVito.
Okay.
But Donnie is Donnie DeVito, still the same, no relation. He has helped me in some projects, and he, in fact, was in clay-based animation. Is so much fun, and he helped me with that. He also he played the tunnel.
Was he the tunnel? Was he the
Hold On to the Light?
Wait, he was the tunnel.
The tunnel is shrinking.
He was the tunnel, right?
That's his voice.
I remember that.
Yes, he was fantastic. And
yeah.
I would put his skills up to almost anyone. And as a side note, he isn't so clay-like, but he does embrace the clay nature of the way that I direct and make movies.
I don't want to diminish anything about Donnie DeVito, Maurice, but what you brought out in him, really, I think is levels above his skills as an actor. So I just want
to. I've been told in the past that I do make people overachieve, if you will.
No, that's fair.
And I think Alan would maybe agree with that.
That's one way to put it. Sure. I think you're a traditional caster, though. You're afraid to take risks, if you don't mind saying.
I don't like where this is going, so I'm going to cut it off right here.
I'm going to go ahead and I'll allow that. That's fine. Give more time to Maurice. That's fine. Even though I came into the studio, Maurice couldn't be bothered.
I'm going to show you a clip of your film, which you're so proud of. We have a film of. This is your film. I'll let you go ahead and.
This is a recent film I've been filming. It's a nature documentary. And when I say nature documentary, it's a little bit different than most nature documentaries because I actually drugged the animals and forced them to do the things that you're going to see in this film. But it was a lot of fun.
That doesn't sound very fun. That doesn't. I'm not sure that your political stances are even becoming any. That they don't seem consistent from your Snoopy goes crazy or Snoopy on a rampage.
It's called We're in a Quagmire Now, Charlie Brown, and you're talking over my film as it plays, and I don't really appreciate that. Whatever lack of respect I have for your films, I don't talk over them, Maurice.
Oh my
however
God.
much it might benefit them.
Guys, listen. I just want to say I might have turned the tide here. The way this monkey straps himself onto the back of this other monkey is poetic.
It took a lot of super glue to get this shot right.
Okay.
And we had to kill about 18 monkeys.
Now, how did you get this third monkey to actually grab his balls right there and do that? How did you get that?
Oddly enough, sometimes the greatest acting surprises are truly improv. That was completely improv.
I have to say, that was amazing.
That was completely improv, that third monkey. And actually, he's going to be in my next film as a result, and we haven't had to drug him at all.
Okay.
Other than the usual Hollywood cocaine. And
I think I'm going to be sick.
Well, before you go, Maurice, if you can just bear with us for 1 sec, both of you guys. We have about approximately 4 minutes left. Once again, thank you, both of you guys, for showing up my show. We have a series of questions. It's just kind of rapid fire. The first one, and then feel free to go off if you like. What time of day is the best to film?
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah, I know. What time of day is the best to film?
I'll answer that one. The time of day which is best in which hereto to film would be my answer, and I think you would appreciate this. My answer is today.
Wow. You just blew my mind, man. That was clever.
It was punny.
Wow. Well, okay. Next question. If you were the filmmaker, what would you be?
I am.
This is hypochondria. What would you be?
I would probably work for Chuck Norris in some capacity.
Figures. I want both of you guys to answer this last one. We have approximately 2.5 minutes. 3 wishes. So you're hanging out. A genie comes up. I'm just honored to be here. A genie comes up and offers both you guys 3 wishes.
Some water.
Oh man, this is.
I'll take this one. The first wish I'd have is for the lawsuit with my current film that I'm working on. I'm not allowed to say much more about that, but I would wish that would subside.
Disappear.
The second wish that I would ask the gentle genie would be to never allow Alan Smithy to work with Chuck Norris. The third wish would be that no one watches Alan Smithy's movie about Snoopy and the killing.
I have to go ahead and just ask, what the hell happened at film school? I want to know. What the hell happened to create this barrier between you guys?
It's the kind of thing that I almost don't want to talk about it. In a way, it drives my creative process.
Oh, man, it's deep-seated.
Yes. It's the reason I make film.
Let's just put it this way. If I were a tree and Alan were a tree, we would not share the forest floor.
Now, that was confusing to me. But I think something's there. Maurice, I just don't...
Well, that's all I can say, because otherwise I'm going to get really emotional.
Okay, no.
And like Alan, again, one thing we do share here, I do use my hatred for Alan Smithy to drive the train that is my art.
Now, we have 30 seconds here. I just want to ask one last question to both you guys. Maybe you guys take 10 seconds to answer. Why hasn't the world caught on to you guys' films? That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, look at Star Wars. It took 30 years before Star Wars caught on.
It was actually caught on right away.
No, it took 30 years because for him to make a good one. It took four tries before he made a good one.
Maurice, last words, 5 seconds.
Claymation is the future.